Thank you for joining. Welcome to this Unwind Mindfulness practice group, this community practice group on Tuesday, every Tuesday. It is a collaboration with the Hive HK. So my name is Karson. I'm the host and also the founder of MindfulOcean. So it is weekly mindfulness practice session. So we're gonna explore and experience mindfulness together. Whether you are new to mindfulness, new to meditation, or you have mindfulness or meditation experience before, you are still welcome to join and to follow along. So every week we have a different theme, but also it's about mindfulness as well. So tonight's its themes is about uh, working with strong emotions using a particular practice, a meditation practice called RAIN. It's an acronym. It stands for recognizing, allowing, investigating, and also non-identifying our emotions using RAIN. So it's a mindfulness practice. So if you are new to mindfulness, just briefly to understand what mindfulness is, you can consider mindfulness as a power of awareness. It's about being able to be aware and also pay attention to what exactly how we feel, how we experience in this moment with consciousness and also openness and without any judgments, so that we can welcome and allow what is going on from moment to moment in a more open mind. And so this is what mindfulness is about and why we practice mindfulness. And it is also can allow us to enjoy the benefits, to be more welcoming, to be more patient, and to be able to allow emotions. So without getting caught up by strong emotions like fear, like anxiety, or feeling annoyed, irritation, without overact to these emotions, we can actually allow and recognize these emotions and just let the emotion come and pass without uh, getting lost, without getting caught up with this emotion by overact to them or overthink the episode or the events, so that we can free ourselves to make better decisions that allow us to maintain this well-being and calmness during um, a bit of these emotions and also emotional moments. All right. Hi, welcome, Chrissy. Good evening.
Hi, thank you.
Okay.
Sorry, I was a little bit late.
So, in this, sorry, excuse me. So, in this coming 45 to 50 minutes, so we're gonna do some basic practice first at the beginning, um, and then after that we'll move on to the ring practice, the RAIN practice. Okay, so please take some time um, to settle down, to settle back, just feeling into this body. Allow yourself to choose a posture that will allow the body to be still and also to be at ease. So you can sit in a chair, you can sit on the floor cross-legged, or you can find some support at the back so that you can maintain this stability and also to be at ease. And dropping into the body and allow the body to sink in to the surface that you chose, the surface of the chair, the yoga mat, the floor, or the back of the chair. Just inviting the body to be still and soft, and gently checking in with the body, noticing what is going on here inside the body. Perhaps you have just finished your meal, your dinner. You may feel the body energized, or perhaps you have just finished some work, just got back home, and then you may notice some tiredness or tension or tightness in the in the body, in the shoulders or the belly. So noticing these sensations in the body, and also sensing how this body is still connecting with the surface, with the space around us. And continue to give yourself some space, give the body some space. To be at home, to be at ease. And if you notice the body is still holding some tension or tightness, stiffness, we don't need to judge them. We don't need to push them away or avoid them. But of course, you can choose to soften them a little bit gently by taking some deep breaths or just softening the muscles, being grounded in this particular moment. So giving the body some space, time, and if you just arrived, and please taking your time settling in, finding your posture, a position that will allow you to be stable and still, not too rigid, not too relaxed, just right in the middle. Sensing the whole body sitting here, sensing the connection with the space. So after checking in with the body, we can gently shift the attention from the body to our heart or to our mind. And again, just gently check in with the mind and the heart, noticing what is going on here. What can I notice? Any particular feeling or emotions? So in this particular moment, perhaps you may feel at ease, you may feel calm, peaceful, and that's nice. Or you can notice some other strong emotion as well: irritated, annoyed, or feeling rushed, maybe feeling lonely, angry. So without taking too much attention or effort to make any sense of them or make any opinion towards these sensate or emotions, just noticing and being aware, holding this emotion with space, allowing them, letting whatever here be here. So now, releasing the attention around the emotions and feelings in the mind, the heart. So gathering the awareness, gathering the focus, returning to the body. So resting the awareness to your breathing, noticing the breaths. So without the need to control or fix the breathing speed, rate, simply letting the breaths flow naturally in the body. So you can pick a place. It can be the belly, the abdomen, noticing rising or falling motion, or you can move the attention to the chest, noticing expansion, contraction, or you can choose the nostrils. If you are breathing through your nose, then probably you may notice some coolness, warmth around the tip of the nose. If you're breathing through your mouth, then perhaps just outside of your lips, and you may also notice the sensations, subtle sensations of breathing. So now let's focus on the breathing with ease, just resting the awareness on the breath, every single in breath and out breath. And eventually you may meet distractions. So you may notice some stories or thoughts lingering in the head, or you may notice sound coming from other people around you or the television, or maybe the body distracts you as well, some itch or soreness. That's okay, this is normal. We just need to acknowledge them, acknowledge the distractions, and just choose to come back to the breathing, centering, recentering your attention to rest on the breathing again and again. So let's continue to sit with the breathing in silence. So staying present with the breath until you notice the distraction, until you notice the mind goes away to sound or stories or thoughts. Just coming back to the breathing. Sometimes it might be helpful to label the distraction in your mind softly. For example, like thinking or planning or sound or the emotions itself, you can label them. And then moving back to the breathing. So that's one option that you can choose. Or you can also just allow your attention to go there to the distraction if you find yourself or your mind is getting caught up with the thoughts or the sound. So when the sounds or the thinking or the thoughts become predominant, you can move the attention to there for a little while until they no longer um, distract you or they no longer hold your attention too much. And then you can, when you feel ready, you can come back to the breathing again. So we can have this flexibility in the meditation. So let's continue to try this, being aware of the breathing and concentration. So for now, you can have the option to stay with the breathing, to use the breaths to be your main focus, a home base, or you can choose to enlarge, to expand the field of the awareness to include sound around you, or to expand the focusing area to a larger area in the body, maybe the bottom half in the body or the upper body as a whole. And then let's see how it goes for you. Continue to be grounded and present by taking in the breathing and the sound and the body sensations. Can we still be present and grounded from moment to moment? So where is your mind? Where is your attention? Are you still being present or lost in the distractions? Can you just acknowledge them and gather the awareness back to the main focus? So now, gently releasing that focus, releasing the home base, just taking in what you can notice surrounding you in the space. So we're gonna take our time to make transition to make a transition to the next stage in the meditation. So we're gonna practice RAIN, the RAIN meditation practice together. But now let's just take our time to gently release the focus that we had, or you can very softly to allow the body to move a little bit. If you feel tight in the back or in the shoulder, you can give yourself a very gentle nudge or a massage, or you can choose to take a few deep breaths to refresh yourself. And letting go of some tension you may be holding inside the body. So making any necessary adjustment to prepare ourselves and move on to the next stage of this meditation. So in this rain meditation, we're gonna cultivate a capacity to first recognize the emotions, particularly strong emotions. We will do some recalling in our mind. So to invite some strong emotion in the past or in this couple of days to come to our awareness, and then choosing to recognize them by labeling them in our mind, and then we will cultivate the second capacity to allow or accept this kind of strong emotions and feeling in ourselves. So we don't have to like them, we don't have to love these emotions or feelings, but choosing to accept and allow what is uh, uh, the exact emotion that happens, and then we'll move on to the third stage to investigate this emotion in our body. um, Investigating here is not meaning okay making any sense of them and finding the reasons behind the emotion, so not like that, but to investigating very gently in our body. So it's like taking a third party eyes to look at the emotions in the body and also in the mind. More thoughts may come up from moment to moment, and but without getting lost in them. And then finally, to cultivate the capacity to not identify with these emotions. So not taking these emotions personally, and to be non-attached to them. So these are the four stages we're gonna practice here in the meditation. So now, first of all, finding our posture again, our seated posture again. So inviting the body to be still and being natural. If you feel safe, uncomfortable, you can choose to close the eyes or just lower the eye gaze. So before we calling a moments that we might feel difficult, now let's just find a spot in the body where we feel safe, where we feel comfortable, relaxed, or warm. So this can be your feet or the palms or the breathing in the belly, or it can be the back of your neck. So let's allow your attention to go there for a little while. Just recognizing, feeling here in this moment that in this body, there are a place you may feel safe or feel good. So resting the awareness there. So attending to the relatively pleasant sensations in the body here. Noticing the warmth, the heaviness, the softness, or the very gentle movement in the body as you breathe. So taking your time to connect with these comfortable, safe, pleasant feelings in the body. So these can be the safe refuge for us throughout the meditation, throughout the practice we're gonna do. So at any time when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel, oh, this too much, too difficult, so you're always welcome to go back to these safe places in the body during the meditation. So then now, very gently moving the attention from the body to our mind, our heart, and taking a moment to recall and invite an event or a moments that over the last week or last few days, you might feel some uncomfortable feeling, a situation, event, a moments that you feel strong emotions, and particularly difficult emotions. So you don't have to choose something too heavy or too difficult for you. So it can be something like, oh, a very mild annoyance, a very mild irritation, something more moderate. So this moments may happen at work or during a meeting, a conversation with your clients, your teammates, maybe a conversation between your kids, your spouse, your friends, or just something, a very little thing that happened very suddenly during your meal, your dinner, that caught you off guard. So without taking too much time and effort drilling into the details of that event and the moments, just taking your time to recognize that emotions, labeling the emotion in your own words, in the mind. So what is that? Anger, loneliness, irritation, or self-doubt, shame, feeling stuck, something like that. Whatever it is, just naming and labeling in your own words. And after that, we'll move on to the next stage. After recognizing, we'll try and experiment with accepting and allowing the emotions and feelings. Again, so keeping in mind that we don't have to like the emotion, we don't have to love the emotion, just considering this possibility to allow, because it is normal, it is natural to have emotions from time to time as a human. So can we allow the emotion that you just recognized? Is it okay to have this emotion even though it can be difficult? So there's no need to push that emotion away. There's no need to suppress that or deny it. Sometimes some of the stress or the unease, distress feelings may come from our habitual patterns of denying or avoiding these emotional feelings. So we can try to release this pattern or habit by first accepting this emotion, a very common and natural emotion that we all share as human, this common humanity. But of course, in the process of accepting the emotion, you still find it's too difficult for you, it's too overwhelming, feel free to go back to this safe place in the body or to the breathing. taking a breath, feeling the body where you feel comfortable. And once you feel stable, steady again, then we can go back to experiment with accepting the emotion. So then now, very gently moving on to the third step, which is investigating. Investigating this emotion in our body. So it's very natural that emotion comes with body sensation as well. There are a lot of signals, messages, information that we can find in our body in the moment that we feel strong emotion. So now, by holding this emotion in our heart, taking a lens to investigate the body, where do you find the emotion showing up in the body? Maybe the heart racing, or your jaws clenching, forehead frowning, or the tight shoulders. So attending to this sensation in the body very gently. It's like taking a third person angle to look at the body in this way. Perhaps sometimes you might not feel any strong sensation in the body. Then you can also try to notice the mind. So in those moments when we feel strong emotions, what may also happen in our mind? Do you notice some repetitive thoughts or thinking? Or why did that happen to me? Something like that. Or, oh, it's not fair. Oh, I don't want to deal with that. It's too difficult, too hard. So what's showing up in the mind coming with these emotions? So taking your time to acknowledge them, investigate them, and feel free to go back to the safer places in the body, more comfortable places in the body when just taking a few breaths as we prepare to move to the final step, which is non-identifying with these emotions and just being natural here in this moment. So experimenting with non-identifying with these emotions. So seeing the emotions as it is. So it's not my emotions, it's not my feeling, it's the emotion, it's the feeling. Then just somehow happened. So it may sound like I feel, I see the emotions. If the emotion is anger, you can say to yourself, oh, I see the anger. I feel the anger, but I am not the anger. Or I feel the frustrations. I feel the disappointment, but I am not the frustration. I am not the disappointment. So let's try this together. To practice non-identifying or non-attaching to the emotion, just letting the emotion come and go. To see them more clearly. Just letting the emotions come and pass, and we still sit here. We can sit with the emotions, the waves of emotion, without the need to act on them, without the need to overreact, overthink the emotions or the situations. So being patient, being grounded from moment to moment. And remember to continue to breathe, or at any moment you need to go back to the safe place in the body, feel free to do that. So let's sit for a few more moments, a couple of minutes together in silence. So enjoy the silence, enjoy the practice of this rain meditation. Okay, so gently releasing the rain practice. So gathering the awareness back to this moment, back to the body. Feel free to take 3 deep breaths, sensing the freshness, the energy as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, as allow the body to relax and release, soften naturally. And after a few deep breaths, just allow the breathing to continue normally. And take a moment to check in with this moment, with the presence. What is here? What is here in the body? What is here in the mind, in your heart? And choosing to allow whatever here. So letting whatever here be here. Acknowledging these moments without any judgment, without any opinions. Just be, just be with these moments. Okay. All right. So as this practice comes to a close, feel free to gently massage the body, the rows, the shoulders. Give yourself some nice massage or rub. Once you're ready, opening the eyes again, return to this room, return to this space. All right, awesome. Thank you, Yvonne, for the message. So it's really nice to have all of you here tonight, practicing together. Mindfulness also practicing the capacity to work with and be with our emotions with these techniques, this tool of rain. So this rain meditation, it was made is made popular by Tara Brach. So it's very renowned meditation teacher. If you want to know more about this rain practice, just Google Tara Brach and rain. You can find more information and practice on the internet. And it's not only just a formal meditation, I also encourage you. So next time in our real life, when you meet a event or a moment that you feel, oh, this is so hard, it's so difficult, so challenging, you can also do all 4 steps in those moments. Um, and just taking your time to recognize emotion on the spot and to allow it if that's possible for you. But sometimes it takes time and takes practice. And but if you can do that, that's very good. Allowing the emotion and also investigating in the body and also the mind. So what's really going on in that moment. Uh, and lastly, try to non-identify with that emotion. So seeing the emotion as a emotion. So seeing the thought as a thought. Uh, so we are not the emotion. So we can release the attachment, our attachment with that feelings. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed the practice tonight, and I wish you well, and also have a hope you have a very nice restful evening. tonight.